I came to camp because it's a Christian Science camp, and like all the sisterly love here, and just like the general feeling, like you feel so welcome as soon as you just arrive at camp. Everybody's always there for you and looking after you and just checking for everything.
We send our kids to camp because there is no other place where they can get that brotherhood, that sisterhood, that example of the ultimate Christian that they get at camp.
My very best friends were the guys that I was CT with and in the cabin with and then on staff with. And I cherish those people more than anybody else in the whole wide world. There's a aura about camp when you drive down Port Oneida Road that just gets the blood pumping and the excitement for all of the fun that we have here and all of the learning and growth that goes on. Joy expressed every day on our waterfront, in our activities, and it's just these intangible things that we just appreciate so much about being here on Pyramid Point, being at camp.
Like, I come back year after year just because it's the best place. It's the best place. Like, I wouldn't be the person I am today without Leelanau. You know, the things I've learned, the fun I've had, the friendships and lasting relationships I've made here at camp, you just can't find anywhere else. You know, I discovered my love for the outdoors here at camp. And I discovered my love for acting here at camp. I discovered my love for helping out the kids of today's generation and every generation grow up. And it's just the coolest place.
Initiative.
Persistence.
Faithfulness.
Graciousness.
Leadership.
Sportsmanship. Orderliness.
These Kohahna qualities help these campers and young women become successful in the world.
Oh my goodness. So many things I love about camp. My favorite is probably the sisterhood and the bonding that we experience here at camp that's just lifelong and just long lasting. I have had the same friends for every single summer that I've been here, and it's just so wonderful to be able to keep up with those friends, those Christian Science friends that are here at Leelanau and at Kohahna, and just to be able to keep up with them during the year and talk to them about things and just have all those experiences with them. It's just really awesome.
It seems to me that everybody gets to be themselves at camp because we are so focused on God and how to see Christ in action that there's no room to see anything else. And with that at the helm of everyone's focus, you just know that you're safe to be yourself. And you want to be yourself.
As a parent, you could not find better people that you would want to have as role models for your child.
And that is, for a child going through middle school, high school, whatever age, for them to be able to see young people that are, dedicated Christian scientists. They're fun, they're interesting, they're engaged in all sorts of activities.
Well, here at Kohahna, there is absolutely no judging, no judgment, nothing. Everybody is just so ready to meet you and you just be yourself, and everyone is so accepting of that. And I think that's what makes Kohahna just very interesting and just sets it apart from so many other camps, because we're able to come in and just be joyful and happy all the time. And that's what makes us not afraid to come out of our shell. And a lot of girls that come here, they will come kind of shy, and then they will just break out of that shell after the first 2 days of camp, and you just become a part of the family, the camp family and your cabin family. And it's just really cool to witness that.
One thing that's awesome about Kohahna is I feel like everyone is free to be who they are and encouraged to find out who that is. And it's awesome to see people come back year after year and discover more of their individuality and their personality, and to start to share that with the Kohahna family. And it just makes this environment so rich and diverse and fun and exciting, because everyone's always changing and growing, and figuring out who they are and how they relate to other people and how to love other people and appreciate all these different people that we have here.
Because of the length of our programs, whether they stay for 3 weeks, 4 weeks, or all 7 weeks, our objective is to give them so much of the substance that they are really needing that they'll have had the opportunity to grow enough and have that information infused enough that when they leave here, they're still able to practice and apply not only Christian Science, but the good character that they've been really cherishing during their time each summer at Kohahna.
What I really love about Kohahna is the waterfront. We live in a national park. We live on a national lake shore. The Sleeping Bear Dunes are just a few miles away, and we got Pyramid Point right there. It's just so beautiful, and I mean, no other program has sailing like we do. I mean, it's big water, it's big wind, and it's so fun. And I was, really scared when I first started doing sailing as a camper, but growing and learning how to master that fear and push beyond that limitation to have fun was so cool.
My parents love the fact that I come to camp because whenever I come home, there's something I bring with me, and they notice the change in my personality for the better, and they push me to come to camp and to learn so much more and to bring back stuff to share with everybody.
Leelanau is brotherhood, leadership, and excellence, and it's just plain fun too. At Camp Leelanau, we seek to develop the whole man, and there are no limits, and we set no limits, and the staff set no limits on our campers and what they can accomplish. And you might come to camp and you might not be the fastest kid or the smartest kid or the strongest kid, but if you're willing to participate, we will meet you where you are and help you improve in your skill sets, whether that's athletics or water sports or art, right? And we will cheer you on, and the campers cheer each other on. And that's the hugest thing.
The really cool thing about this camp is we are in our own cabins, but we also are one big family. So if there's a little kid, you pick them up and put them on your shoulders, just walk by them because you're older, They're all your brothers. Same with counselors, they're your big brothers. So they pick you up and you pick little kids up, and everyone here is supportive of each other. And it's really great because whenever you're dealing with someone, there's always someone to talk to. You never feel alone or you never feel afraid of doing anything because there's just someone to talk to at all times.
The friendships developed at Leelanau are lifetime friendships, and that has a lot to do with the time spent together in activities, in the cabin, the bond that's built, working together on something, whether it's out on the senior flag trip and you're building a structure or cooking a meal, or out on one of our other wilderness camping trips, sharing the same experience and sharing the same jokes and developing that camaraderie that, is based in spirit.
Well, the opportunities that are made available to the kids here at camp are definitely tremendous. These kids being able to essentially live in nature up in these cabins in the beautiful national park that we're able to inhabit for this time of the summer, as well as coming down to our beachfront and being able to play in the lake and use the boats and get out on the water. It's just, I think it naturally inclines these kids to get out of their comfort zone and try new things. There's just so much more available to them here than the average kid has sitting at home with his Xbox or his summer job. There are trips going out every week, and there are cabin days that are going all over the place every week, and there's just so many opportunities for kids to try new things, to make new friends.
The most important thing I want my campers to leave with at the end of every summer is a sense of universal, unconditional love. It's knowing that we need to love our brothers, we need to love our neighbors, and especially love our enemies.
There's a lot of love at camp. So if anything happens, and you're near anyone, everyone's just going to come around and share all these good thoughts with you. And so you probably aren't going to be feeling alone.
One of the main reasons that I came to camp was, it was to have fun and stuff, but I wanted to get closer to my relationship with God and knowing more about Christian Science. And I feel like now it's changed me in just my entire sense of CS and my relationship with God.
I think Christian Science, learning about it here at camp, teaches the kids how to take it back to the world. And it's how do they imbibe it? How do they own it? How do they own just being a good Christian? How do they own it? And how do they take it back to the world? It's for the uplifting of mankind, not just for our individual, what we think we're going to get out of it. And we also experienced family camp, and it's awesome. And I grew. I never went to camp as a kid, but I grew through family camp, felt like a child again. It changed my life.
We love family camp. We keep coming back because really it comes down to the families that are here. It's just, they're such special people, and it really feels like one big surrogate family that we're all get to be involved with. I just love that part of it, and meeting people that just all across the country, and that's what I love.
All of the families share really two things in common. One is the love of Christian Science and having that be their priority in life, and then also that they love their family. So you've got a bunch of people that are prioritizing the same things that we do, which is our love of Christian Science and how much we love our girls.
Being with the other families is the most special part of this whole thing. I mean, they're incredible people. Their kids are incredible. I mean, they obviously have come to family camp for similar reasons as us, and so we automatically have sort of a connection because of that. You'd be crazy not to come to family camp. It's awesome.
Family camp is worth one visit for every family, every Christian Science family out there.
At least, yeah.
The family feel of camp is so unique because every single year when I come down that Coronado Road, I just ultimately my stomach drops and I just get butterflies and I'm just like, oh my gosh, I'm home.
Send your kids to camp. Camp Leelanau has done wonders for me. It's done wonders for my family. It's helped me in so many ways. So send your kids to camp. They're gonna love it. You're gonna love the results. Just do it.
If a parent was shy about sending their kid to camp, I would tell them that it is honestly the best thing they can do for their child. The independence they'll gain, the life skills that they'll gain, the role models that they'll meet are just absolutely invaluable, and I'm so grateful to my parents for sending me, and I wish they would have sent me sooner when I was younger. And it just never is a mistake to send your kid to camp.
We are growing in grace here at Pyramid Point. We are raising Christian character. This is a character education program. We want to teach and train better leaders to be able to go out into the world in their communities, in their schools, on their athletic teams, all right, so that our end product in our campers is someone who stands taller, has more confidence.
The girls open up. They learn more about how they are the full expression of soul, the full expression of love, and how to be that, not just here at camp, but when they go home.
When I sent my own kids to camp, they hadn't been away before, and there was a learning curve as parents to really be brave and let your kids go. But I had the feeling that this was a place that was safe as well as a lot of fun. And at first it was very much on faith. But now, having been here all these years, I know how diligently the staff works to help the kids stand on their own 2 feet. Now, I can really say as a former parent, there's probably nothing better than we did for our kids, other than sending them to Sunday school, but by bringing them to camp. I think camp the camp experience that my children had here at Leelanau and Kohahna was probably the best thing we ever did for them.